It's obvious that buying or selling during any crisis is not an optimal scenario. Unfortunately, not everyone has the luxury of being able to postpone until things return to normal. This video is for you, to provide you with critical information to keep you safe, as well as clarifications if you need to buy or sell under the pressure of the current worldwide pandemic. As of March 31st, the shelter-in-place order within Santa Clara County has been extended through May 3rd. Within the revised order, real estate services have now been deemed as an essential business. But what exactly are essential real estate services, and should you plan to postpone or move forward with your purchase or sale? Real estate being named an essential service is not an open invitation for everyone to jump in their cars and begin touring properties again. We all need to practice social distancing and stay home unless for essential activities. Let's face it, we all have a social responsibility to help slow the spread of COVID-19. And as a local business owner and resident of Santa Clara County, I take it very seriously to help keep our communities safe. So, before we get into the logistics of exactly how I can help you, it's important to note that my team and I are available to meet with you in order to virtually walk you through these considerations and have an open and candid conversation about whether you can or should postpone your move. So, are people still buying and selling homes? Quick answer is yes, but with new protocols and limitations meant to keep everyone safe. Although we can still assist you with the purchase and sale of real estate, it does not mean that things are back to business as usual. Under the current shelter-in-place mandate, all necessary real estate activities are still highly discouraged. This means you won't be seeing any open houses, and scheduling private property tours are going to be extremely limited. Plus, our affiliated service providers, such as property inspectors, appraisers, and even movers, are going to be extremely limited in their capacity to support your transaction. How has the process of buying or selling a home changed? Under new safety protocols, virtual showings and video conferencing will now make up the majority, if not the entirety, of the transaction in order to limit potential face-to-face meetings and in-person property tours. You now have the ability to open your web browser, tour properties virtually, consult with local real estate agents, even write offers online, all from the convenience of your own home. Are we still allowed to tour properties under the current shelter-in-place mandate? All in-person showings now involve the risk of exposure to multiple other parties. So, depending upon your circumstances, as well as the circumstances of the property you're trying to tour, this may or may not be appropriate. If you deem it as appropriate and necessary, then we'll only be able to tour you through properties in which the seller has already moved out, and only with 2 guests of the same household at any particular time. However, most homes available for sale these days do have photographs and at least some form of a virtual tour. And if a property is not occupied, we'll even be able to access it for you and provide a virtual tour of the property over video conferencing. And if the home is occupied, then we'll need to schedule a virtual showing of the property with the home seller or listing agent as the host. And if it's one of our listings, we'll already have a virtual 3-dimensional rendering in which you're going to be able to access and walk through virtually at your own pace. Or we can again schedule an appointment in order to virtually guide you through the renderings as well and answer any potential questions you may have about that particular property. What safety protocols are we putting into place if you do have to visit a property in person? You should expect to follow specific social distancing protocols as well as all CDC guidelines upon visiting any property in person. Additionally, if you're feeling sick, please stay home. Only 2 guests from the same household will be allowed access to any property at the same time with their agent guiding them. Showings should be limited in time, and you'll be expected to wear shoe covers as well as refrain from touching any doorknobs, light switches, cupboards, drawers, etc. It's also recommended to bring some hand sanitizer for after the showing as well. And for a home seller currently on the market, should you keep your home on the market or should you temporarily withdraw it and wait? Well, in our opinion, if a home seller is serious, then we would recommend that you stay the course and keep it on the market. Although buyer interest will definitely differ between price ranges and locations, overall, we're still experiencing very low inventory and high buyer demand which definitely still favors home sellers. Plus, modern technology allows for very thorough virtual tours. So even though in-person buyer activity will be greatly diminished or even discouraged, with mortgage rates at all-time lows, there will assuredly be plenty of buyers that will be taking advantage of their buying power and making offers on properties based solely on the virtual tours alone. In fact, we just sold a property in South San Jose in which the buyer never stepped foot in the house. So it is happening, and it can happen for you too. I hope you found this information informative and helpful. It's always my goal to make sure that I guide my clients through the process of buying and selling real estate with professional courtesy and expert local knowledge. If you have any follow-up questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. And lastly, I want to send out a personal message of gratitude to all our local heroes, to the local healthcare workers, scientists, and even the local grocery store clerks. Thank you guys so much for everything that you're doing in order to keep our communities healthy and safe through these very uncertain times. Thanks again.